Well, our report is organized in relation to a big event that occurred 15 years ago in which leaders from all over the world and the international community came together and established a vision around education. And this vision is known as Education for All, and they established 6 target goals. So our report is meant to look at the extent to which countries have made progress vis-a-vis these 6 target goals. It's now 15 years later, 2015, and we find that only 1/3 of the countries for which we have information on measurable goals have actually attained the targets that they agreed to 15 years ago. So 2/3 of the countries have not yet reached the EFA goals, which says something about maybe both the ambition and also the intent. In addition, the one key goal that everybody focused on was trying to get every child into primary school. And here there's been a lot of progress, but only half the countries have achieved universal primary enrollment. And the third main finding of the report is the big finance gap that we've estimated in terms of going forward. So today the international community this year will be meeting in September and establishing a new education agenda, and here much more ambitious than the one that was discussed 15 years ago. But the cost of that agenda is much greater than before. We think that the international community and national governments need to improve or increase their commitments, especially their finance commitments to education, both in terms of prioritizing education and in terms of allocating funds for education. Only with these additional finances do we have any chance of meeting the new agenda, so this is very important. Secondly, it's very important that we address the needs of some of the most marginalized and vulnerable populations in the world. Inequality is a major barrier for much of the educational targets that have been established. So only when we identify the needs of, that we establish policies targeting poor children, rural children, nomadic children, girls who live in sparsely populated areas, and so on, then can we really achieve the EFA, the new agenda. And finally, the international community has decided that it wishes to embark on a much more ambitious development agenda in the years to come. Mostly this is referred to as the Sustainable Development Agenda. And we recommend that education should be really the anchor or one of the key factors in moving the sustainable agenda going forward, that by investing in education, the international community can reap many benefits in many other sectors, in health and in gender and many other areas that it is prioritizing when it meets in September at the United Nations.